In a world saturated with headlines, breaking news alerts, and viral outrage, it's easy to believe that the only changes worth noticing are the loud ones, the protests in the streets, the clashes in parliament, and the chaos that dominates our feeds. But beneath that noise, something else is happening. Quiet revolutions are taking root. They aren't announced with megaphones. They don't trend on social media. Yet they are transforming the way we live, work, and think. One of these revolutions is reshaping our energy future. While fossil fuel debates rage in political arenas, a silent transformation is happening in neighborhoods and small towns. Rooftop solar panels now power homes that once relied entirely on the grid. Microgrids are quietly keeping hospitals and schools running in remote regions. Farmers are installing wind turbines on their land, producing enough energy to power entire communities. It's not the explosive headline of a new oil deal, it's the steady hum of clean energy becoming the norm, not the exception. Another quiet revolution is unfolding in the way we communicate. For years, tech giants controlled the narrative through algorithms and centralized platforms. Now, decentralized networks are growing under the radar. Independent creators are building their own audiences without relying on traditional gatekeepers. Encrypted messaging apps are giving activists and ordinary citizens alike the ability to speak without fear of surveillance. In countries where speech is restricted, these tools are lifelines, quietly dismantling walls of censorship one conversation at a time. The revolution in education is just as subtle but no less profound. In living rooms and libraries, in rural villages and inner cities, millions are gaining access to knowledge once locked behind elite institutions. Open-source courses, free online lectures, and affordable digital libraries are giving people the tools to learn anything, anywhere. A child in a small town can now study astrophysics or machine learning with the same resources as a student in a major university. This shift doesn't make front-page news, but it's redefining who gets to shape the future. Healthcare, too, is quietly changing. While debates over insurance systems dominate politics, grassroots medical networks are forming. Mobile health clinics are bringing care to underserved communities. Remote diagnostics are allowing doctors to treat patients thousands of miles away. Innovations like 3D, printed prosthetics and low-cost diagnostic kits are empowering local clinics to save lives without waiting for top-down reforms. It's a revolution powered by problem solvers who aren't asking for permission, they're just doing the work. In the economic sphere, small businesses and cooperatives are slowly breaking the dominance of massive corporations. Farmers' markets are reviving local economies. Community-owned grocery stores are keeping profits in the neighborhood. Worker cooperatives are giving employees a stake in the companies they help build. These movements don't attract the same attention as billion-dollar mergers, but over time, they are changing the balance of economic power from the top down to the bottom up. One of the most overlooked revolutions is in the fight for environmental preservation. Away from the cameras, volunteers are restoring wetlands, planting trees, and cleaning rivers. Indigenous communities are defending ecosystems that have sustained them for centuries. Grassroots organizations are quietly winning legal battles to protect endangered species and fragile habitats. Each victory is small on its own, but together, they form a growing wall of resistance against environmental destruction. Technology, often criticized for creating division, is also enabling subtle acts of unity. In disaster zones, ordinary people are using drones to deliver medicine and supplies. In areas hit by climate change, community mapping apps are helping residents track flood risks and plan safer evacuation routes. Developers are creating open-source tools that solve real-world problems without chasing headlines or investor hype. This quiet innovation is less about making billionaires richer and more about making communities stronger. But perhaps the most transformative quiet revolution is cultural. Across the world, people are questioning long-held beliefs about identity, equality, and justice. Conversations that once happened only in whispered circles are now taking place at dinner tables and workplaces. Representation in media is slowly broadening, not through a single groundbreaking moment, but through 1,000 small changes in casting, storytelling, and public perception. The result is a gradual shift in how we see one another and ourselves. These revolutions share one thing: they thrive without constant attention. They grow in community halls, in classrooms, in backyards, and in code written late at night. They are driven by people who care less about being seen and more about making a difference. They aren't waiting for permission from governments or recognition from media outlets. They move forward quietly but with relentless momentum. If you only listen to the noise, you might miss them entirely. But if you step back from the constant rush of breaking news, you'll notice the hum of change beneath the chaos. It's there in the solar panels powering a rural clinic. It's in the voices speaking freely through encrypted channels. It's in the child who learns to code from a free online course. Beyond the noise, these quiet revolutions are rewriting the story of our world. And if history has taught us anything, it's that the revolutions we underestimate are often the ones that change everything.